You are tuned in to a Fireside Chat with Zany Mystic. Join us now on another exciting metaphysical journey. Relax, tune in, drop out, and take a seat by the fire as we explore new realms and possibilities. This is Magenta Pixie. You can find me at magentapixie.weebly.com. But now, here is Zany Mystic and guest. Enjoy the show.
And is there a one? Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a Fireside Chat with Zany Mystic. I am your host, Lance White. Tonight, I am delighted to have the award-winning filmmaker, Patty Greer, on the show. For 30 years, Patty Greer has been known for her musical prowess as an accomplished singer, songwriter, pianist, and harpist. After injuring her hands in 2005, she was forced to retire and refocus, so she ventured off to Europe and discovered an entirely other world in the farm fields of southern England. Laying down in the center of a huge crop circle formation, she had a life-changing, out-of-body experience. Coming to, she recalls sensing a new vision for her life and began making movies full-time. With no previous training or experience whatsoever, she created 3 full feature documentaries within 18 months on her own. The subjects being crop circles, ETs, and UFOs, and of course my favorite subject, 2012. Transforming her musical perceptions into those of the visual world of cinematography, she brings to light the mysteries of our shifting realities, highlighting the many aspects of extraterrestrial life, communications from other worlds, and the crop circle phenomenon. You are left with many of your previous questions answered. Her original music fills the soundtrack with further wonder, as the music and lyrics were written in 2001 when she had an experience with 2 balls of light, ETs, in her Colorado mountain home. The songs seem strangely tailor-made for her documentaries today. Greer's recent film, 2012, We're Already In It, won the prestigious 2009 EBE Award for Best Feature Film, UFO or Related, at the International UFO Congress Convention, a very discerning crowd. It was recently premiered in Hollywood at the historic Grauman's Egyptian Theater and for the opening night of the Feel Good Film Festival on August 7th, 2009. The movie is getting rave reviews worldwide and opening eyes everywhere. Patty has been interviewed on numerous international talk radio shows and television. 2 of her movies have premiered at international film festivals. She is dedicated to helping humanity see the beauty of what is just within our reach while facing the dual aspects of our current world with a positive attitude and potential solutions. Always hopeful, always optimistic, that's a promise from this filmmaker. She is presently working on a new movie geared towards children, Fairies and Elves in the New Paradigm. Beautiful ascension material for children of all ages. You can visit her website before we introduce her on the show at www.pattygreer.com. So let's welcome Patty to the show now and find out more about her. Hi, Patty. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Hi, Lance, and hi, everybody out there listening.
Well, you've had some amazing experiences, and before I end up segueing into, your life, I just want to say that when I watched your movie for the first time, I was just literally blown away by it. I mean, it is by far the most awesome movie on this subject that I have seen yet. And I was taken aback by the quality, for one thing, the beauty of the filming and the music, and the nature of the subject matter, which was handled so delicately, so eloquently, and so intelligently.
Well, thank you, and thank you. You know, I think that what you are appreciating is that I'm a female movie maker, and it shows.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
For me, it's all the stuff that makes you feel more than a more male personality making a movie, which is more maybe scientific and factual.
Yes, thank God for that.
Well, I think that's where, you know, they say it's pretty rare in this field to have women in this field doing much of anything because it's so hush-hush.
Yes.
And I got pretty hushed out of England last year, so, you know, you have to be willing to play in the big leagues, really, to do it for very long. So I love that I had the experience.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh,
you know, one of the things that I noticed about your movie was that you weren't afraid. This is a slightly different take in that many of the New Age movies that speak about the Mayan calendar in 2012 and the various shifts that are coming, they have presenters who are well known, and they present the information in a knowledgeable way. They're certainly knowledgeable, but they're all definitely from a more of a light and love New Age point of view.
In my movie?
No. In your movie, you touch upon the dark side and some of the things that are happening with the powers that be, and chemtrails are one of the things that are mentioned. And
I didn't mention it. I just showed a picture.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't say a word.
Yes, well,
No, I mean, on purpose, I showed a picture and didn't say a word, and it was clearly an X.
Yes. Oh, yes. Clearly.
But I didn't say a word, and that's something, again, in my movies that I make a promise that I don't want to talk about it, but I'm also not going to totally walk by it and not look up.
Yes, and I love that about it, because you let all of the viewers make their own judgments and conclusions and see what they need to see.
Well, you know, I think we're learning to do that in life, especially those of us that study these interesting multidimensional realities. And I know that for me, 5 years ago, actually, you know, in 2001, I had a couple of balls of light come into my house, and it was a very amazing experience for the man I was dating. And when I woke up in the morning, he was laying there almost in shock, staring at the ceiling. And when he told me what happened while I slept, and he shook me, and I was completely locked out of the experience. But I watched him tell me the two balls of light came from the hillside into my house one at a time, circled the bedroom, and went out the living room windows.
Wow.
And at the time, I really thought something was wrong with him. And I have since learned what a gift that was, but I've always wondered, why him and not me? Yeah. And since I've been interviewing all these people that are on CNN and that are these therapists for the people that have abduction experiences, I mean, they're all friends of mine now after these years together. I realize, you know, that was a pretty amazing experience, and I think that something shifted in me and is really moving me to make these movies with effortless assistance.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
I mean, the right people, the right time. Somebody will say, hi, I have a library of orb photos. I live over the crystal mines. Would you like them for anything? Like right as I'm making one of my movies, I'm near the end of the edit. It's like, oh, gee. So everything.
Let me think about that.
Things really have shown up so effortlessly that it's made me almost wonder in the beginning. I called myself the accidental filmmaker.
Yes.
And then somebody handed me a camera. My editor said, take it, you'll need it. I said, no, I'll hire a film crew. He said, you can do it. So I took this huge thing, no idea.
It's a big camera.
It's a big camera, and then I bought myself an even bigger one when I got back and realized I could do it.
Wow.
So as a movie maker, it's really, really fun having the stories kind of given to me from the ETs. I don't say I've been in a ship or had an experience because I don't have recall, but it is amazing how many times that I put myself in an experience like the UFO conference, where once a year 800 people get together again from all these countries all over the world, including, again, all the big names that do the TV shows, Stanton Friedman, Dr. Greer that takes out the implants, Jim Marrs that's written all the biggest selling books. I mean, all the guys are there. Wendell Stevens with the biggest UFO archive in the world. And there I am with a big smile and a big camera. And, of course, they all say yes. And I'm kind of silly, so I get them to tell me things where they afterwards say, did I just say that? I've been able to have a lot of fun with it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, you supposedly had an out-of-body experience when you were laying down in the crop circles?
You know, anybody that's a skeptic just needs to walk into one crop circle and stop talking. Mm-hmm. That's all you need. And it's really funny when I meet skeptics now, with all due respect, I just don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the back and forth tennis dribble thing. I can't do it. I don't have any interest. What I have interest in is people smarter than me. And that's selfish now. But I really like smart people because there's so many of us that are really saying, not smart, but evolving, you know, looking at the truth of everything that's going on, but not focusing on that scary duality, fear, scary duality, you know, and looking at it that way just makes a mess of our lives.
Yes, yes.
But not being ignorant, knowing that it does exist, but really knowing that our attention, if we can get lots of people, which I hope through these movies, to focus on the good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
then we start focusing on the good stuff.
Yeah, it was such an uplifting movie.
I'm so glad.
And plus, it covered a wide variety of subjects such as orbs and the crop circles, the Mayan calendar, for instance. Did you learn a lot about the Mayan calendar as you did your research for it?
Well, I learned a lot about all the aspects, really, and I didn't lock into the Mayan calendar more than the Tolkien calendar, more than the Aztec calendar, more than the I Ching, which really they didn't talk about much, but all these different predictions from many, many, many ancient society years ago from all these different countries have pointed to something really shifting. Mm-hmm. But what I think, as we see in this movie, and all my friends, which really are all the people I interviewed or the people I hung out with every day.
Oh, they were beautiful people.
Weren't they great?
Oh, my gosh. They were just so wonderful. You could get their energy.
Well, Patricia Corey, who has a show on BBS, she's in Rome, and her show is called Beyond the Matrix.
Oh, I'll have to watch that.
Oh, she's great. It's another radio show, and she interviews everybody. I was on her show once a year, and she's probably my closest friend now. You saw her in my movie. She's just great.
Was she the blonde lady?
No, she's the strong woman that said, yeah, we're in martial law, but look at this day. What are you going to do?
Oh, I loved her. Oh, she was fantastic.
She is
what
fantastic.
A beautiful person.
Well, she's written some pretty strong books, and I'm happy to pump her on your show because I have the utmost respect for her, and she has a BBS radio show. But her books have sold very, very widely all over the world. Atlantis Rising, Cosmos of the Soul, and she's kind of, she's the one that knows a lot. No more secrets, no more lies. She just gets down with it. And as a close friend, we're on the phone all the time, and she says things that are heavy. And I say, Patricia, I love you, I respect you, I hope you're wrong.
Yeah.
And that's our relationship,
That's beautiful. Well, the next time you talk to her, you tell her you had a nice show with Zany Mystic, and he's interested in having her on my show, too, if she'd like to be on my show.
Be happy to hook you up.
That'd be great.
From radio show to radio show, you could interview each other.
Yes, that has been known to be done in the past.
So I'm in Boulder, Colorado. Patricia Corey is in Rome. Where are you?
I'm in northern California, in gold country. And